Very useful. These 6-packs, I reuse them all over the place. I have 6-packs for plants that are over 10 years old. Yeah, I bought some plants commercially and I just saved it forever because they're useful. In fact, I consider it part of the purchase price, so if the 6-pack's a little expensive, but it's a real nice solid one with big cells like these, pay a little more. So 10 years old, I just keep using them. Always got some use for a 6-pack. So I had a family member plant some plants in the vegetable garden, and they did this. They cut the cell because they were concerned about getting the plants out without damaging the roots. Oh my goodness, right? I knew I shouldn't be mad because of course they're concerned about the roots of the plants, but I was definitely very disappointed because, like I said, these are more than 10 years old. You can see this cell right here is like bursting open because it's been opened, it's been used for so long. And when you reuse them, you do flex those cells. So I'm going to show you how to get the plant out without hurting the roots. And then you can reuse those 6-packs. So as I said, you know, I like to reuse these commercial little pots I get when I buy anything at the nursery, because they're reusable over and over again. So I showed you that one had been cut, but someone was concerned that, you know, they just weren't going to be able to get the plant out without hurting the roots. And they also cut even one that was this size. So I'm going to start with one this size, and you kind of see the technique if you're going to squeeze here on the bottom, right here on the bottom, just squeezing, and it'll just come right out. Now we're going to do it with one hand, just squeeze. And if you turn it on its side a little bit, you'll assist from gravity. And boom. You just squeeze on the bottom a little bit. Right? You squeeze on this bottom right here. Just a little bit, and it'll force them up. And then you tip it, just a little tip, and gravity helps it just kind of come out. And with your other hand, you catch the plant. I'm currently have a phone in my other hand, so I'm not catching the plant. But you can see, because this plant's pretty old, mature in here, that root ball is really solid. I could put it back in without too much trouble at all. He's back into his pot. Fortunately, he's a succulent also. I can abuse him a bit more. Right? I can abuse those succulents a bit more. Anyway, so now, it's a nice 6-pack right here. Very nice 6-pack. Again, right? With one hand, I'm just going to squeeze the bottom here, and it's going to just fall out. If I have my other hand available, I just catch it. You put 2 fingers right there. The other hand, about 3 inches away, so when that little root ball falls out, you catch it with the other hand. I feel fairly confident in my technique, and I don't have anyone to help me here, so just going to give it a little squeeze in the bottom and give the gravity assist, and it's just going to come on out of there. Just by giving a little squeeze in the bottom, I loosened it, I shouldn't have pulled it out that way, but again, I couldn't use both hands because I'm filming this. But again, you saw with just one hand, just this little squeeze on the bottom here, right here. That's why you saw the damage on those other ones, because they end up getting squeezed 500 times. They eventually start to break down. And you have them sitting out in the sun because you can reuse these things year after year after year. So don't feel guilty. You buy some plants already started for the garden, you know. It's not that big deal, especially when you're going to reuse this. And plant stuff, seeds, cuttings, all kinds of reasons to have 6-packs. Don't cut them. No, no, no. Then they just become plastic for the waste stream. Even though you saw I was trying to reuse those other ones, even though they've been cut, I was so mortified. A little squeeze on the bottom. All it takes.